back then, like, I mean, it was like Dizzy Rascal, all these weird rappers.
Oh,
was
Dizzy
out.
Rascal.
These weird people was out there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what was your influence to get into that? Was it your family?
My whole family, yeah. So my dad got into wrestling in the 80s.
So you were traveling around, gypsy, you have gypsied up?
Oh, we're gypsies. Yeah. So we were traveling, well, my whole life. My mom was actually pregnant with me and didn't realize, and was wrestling. So I always tell people I've been wrestling since I was a fetus. Yeah, I've been doing it my whole life. The whole 30 years I've been alive, I've been wrestling, technically.
I hope she didn't do a DDT or anything like that.
She got, there's a thing called a gorilla press where you're inside the ring and you're pressed above someone's head. She got gorilla pressed from the inside of the ring to the outside of the ring.
What? While you were in there?
Oh, yeah. I was taking bumps in there. I was rolling around. It was awful.
Wrestlers were our freaking heroes back then. Like, you know, like all the Hulk Hogans. And all the And the thing is, I'm the last of the Mohicans. I got Macho Man Savage drops.
Oh, yeah.
I got Jake the Snake drops. I think I got like everybody.
Jake the Snake, actually, when I was younger, he lived with us.
Nah,
in the UK. He came over and he was doing like a little tour there and he stayed with my family in like our tiny little house. But I remember going to school and none of the kids believed that I had Jake the Snake living at my house. So he took he took like a Velcro strap from his boot and he ripped it off and signed it and he gave it to me to take to school.
How much is that worth now, yo?
I don't know, but Mom still has it. I'm like, maybe we can sell it. He works with me. I can't imagine being like, hey, I sold that thing. You know, I feel like you'd understand, right? He would definitely understand, or he'd be like, give it back. I want to sell it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So.
Was there female wrestlers? I mean, your family was an influence, but were there female wrestlers at that time? I mean, I'm old school back in the days, and
so there was Lita, and then there was a Japanese wrestler called Bull Nakano too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in 1992, she did like a SummerSlam match against Alundra Blaze, and it's one of my favorite matches of all time. So if you love wrestling and you want to check out that match because those women like beat the crap out of each other.
So at 13, I mean, what was going on there? You wanted to be a wrestler. There was nothing going on.
No, at first I didn't want to be a wrestler. I was trying to stay out of the family business. And then my dad was like, "Oh, one of the girls didn't turn up, Rhea. Can you get in the ring?" And I was just like, "Sure." And then within the first match, I was completely knocked out.
Oh, okay.
And my brother was wrestling me as the Pink Power Ranger because I was too nervous to wrestle anybody else.
God.
Yeah, and I was completely knocked out. And then I was like, "No, wait, I love this so much, though. This concussion, I'll take it."
I did like the Pink Power Ranger. I ain't like the black guy. The black guy was so corny, man. I interviewed him up here. I had him call up, and all my fans cursed him out. He didn't even know why I had him call up. I didn't even want him to come up. I like every other color, but they made him look so cornball. Is there music that you tune up to? Because you know,
I love Eminem. Like,
is there a favorite Eminem song that you guys?
Bad Meets Evil.
Oh hell,
he was showing me that
Royce the 5'9" and all those guys.
The first when it was, there's only one man on the planet that can drive off of it's like Scary Movies.
Yeah, Scary Movie. I actually leaked that on Hot 97. Like, that's how I got in trouble. That's how I met him.
Really?
I leaked like his songs.
No way.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for. Like,
yeah.
I need to bring AEW to Rolling Loud.
You have to. Oh, please. I would love to. I would love to go to that. Let me go.
I mean, every genre of music is there turning up. If you see Playboi Carti, he does like fucking all his shit is like, yo, his shit is like yeet. Oh, this guy's about to go crazy right now.
I have a history with him.
Oh yeah, well here we go.
Oh God, you're bringing up.
Give me that history. Let's go, because
he stole my band's name, put it on a T-shirt, and sold it, and then I sued him and won.
Really?
Yeah. And then they tried to say that they didn't know that we were a band, and then we showed them the billions of streams, and it was impossible because when you put the name in, it's the first thing that there's nothing else that pops up. So
after pages and pages and pages, just all of Ronnie's band on there. So but then he also used like other bands' logos for his shirts too, like Bad Religion. Right?
I don't think it was his fault though. I
think he's super influenced by your genre.
Yeah, but I don't think it was his fault though. I think it was more. It was the designer's fault.
Oh, the merch guy.
Yeah.
The guy that made it, you know.
Okay.
And he just probably didn't even see it, or he probably looked at it once. Knowing what I would do, I'd look at it once and I'd be like, oh, that's cool.
You already knew, like, immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is on the screen.
Yo, it's crazy, yo.
The game man is quick.
Dang, I'm on it.
His whole music direction is like basically your genre.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it, and then I didn't understand. You know what it is? You have to see it live to understand. All right, I get it now.
It's like punk rock.
It's
It's punk rock. It's a feeling.
It's intense. It's like, and then he had like the end of the world, like scenarios, like they were breaking cars on the stage and people were like with mohawks and blood. And I saw a guy like fake die. And I was like, yo, what's going on around here? And my sons loved him. How'd you link up? Did you link up with Tony Khan? How's that relationship?
Yeah. Oh, he's so awesome. So I met him a long time ago, before he started AEW, and he was very sweet. And then he hit me up because, you know, me and WWE parted ways, and within like a month or so, like Chris Jericho was calling me, John Moxley, like Renee, Britt Baker, they were all giving me a call, being like, "You should come to AEW." And I'm like, "Well, we'll see. Well, if Tony wants me, he'll give me a call, right?" And within like a day of Chris calling me, Jericho, Tony would call me straight away, and he was just like, "Oh no," because he had Jaguars and he has Fulham Football Club. And he has all these things happening.
Too much going on.
He has a lot. He has a lot of businesses and successful ones too. That he's always so busy.
He's in the Illuminati too, right?
The Illuminati. Oh, don't start that.
Let's get out of there.
There'll be TikTok conspiracy theories now. You're in trouble. Yeah, but he called me and he was like, "Do you want to debut at Grand Slam in 2 weeks?" And I'm like, 2 weeks? Wow. I'm like, all right, let's get this contract done. And him and his team were really fast, and they were very accepting, and they were awesome. They got shit like us.
Yeah, you could trust that.
Okay, yeah,
shit.
they done within like a couple of weeks. Oh, great.
I think you were dealing with injuries at that time. So I think you got injured once, and then you came back. Then you got injured bad again. I think it was like a drop
retired.
Kick. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
And so I went to a doctor, Dr. Watkins, here in California, and he has done all these just high-profile people, like amazing athletes, like just all these huge people. And I was just like, well, if I'm going to go to a doctor, I want someone who's like legit. You know, I've had a doctor before, but he's done so many wrestlers now and he's kind of strict. So I'm like, I need to go to someone who's not biased, you know? And so I went to this guy, and on Halloween, he was just like, your neck is fully ready to go. Because if I would have got kicked in those 5 years that I was out, I would have been completely paralyzed.
What?
Which is why I wasn't allowed to wrestle. Yeah. So even if I was like, I'll be fine, a doctor with a good conscience can't be like, hey, yeah, go in there, because that's their medical license on the line at the end of the day. You know, all the fluid around my spinal cord was gone around 2 sections of my, but all the fluid came back, and I cried my eyes out. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. This is.
I mean, a lot of people want you to like go for like a championship belt. Like, when is that going to come back? Like, who would you go up? You know, we got Jade out there.
Yeah, yeah. I would go for Jamie or Jada, but I think Jamie first. Jade scares me a little bit. She's undefeated, isn't she?
Yeah, she's not losing at all. What happened?
She's tall. She's in shape. I was like, she can kick my ass right now. Give me a couple months to work out.
Help, man. I know Jay. I know her weaknesses, man.
Yeah, all right.
I'll come out like,
help me out. You know? You can be my manager out there. You just take her out for me.
What are your signature moves like for all the fans out here in Eminem's world? Like, you know, what are you like notorious for?
Okay, so I have 3. I came up with different names for them. I need to remember the different names, but they used to be called Rampage, PTO, and the Page Turner, which is all play on words from my wrestling name, of course. But it's like one is a submission, a modified Scorpion Crosslock. The other one is a modified DDT, and the other one is a modified fireman's carry leg sweep kind of thing. But again, check them out. Check
on
out
YouTube, obviously.
Yeah. They're on YouTube. You'll see them. Yeah, he wants me to wrestle like one of the guys or something like that. I said like,
I think it's cool.
Yeah. It's just
I mean, it is equal opportunity.
It is, but you know, like I feel
moment.
like people are really sensitive in this world currently, and it's really hard to like do matches like that without someone being offended by it. You know?
Yeah, that's great.
I would love to do matches like that. I would wrestle.
You win, it'll be everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. And I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I was like, I would love to. I mean, like that's what. It writes itself. I said Ronnie even wanted to become part of it, like a storyline or someone do something against Chris Jericho.
But yeah.
Yeah, against Chris Jericho. Yeah, because you're both musicians.
I love that dude though.
Yeah, he's such a good bad guy. He plays a very good bad guy, and people just like love to hate him. But yeah, I feel like they would have a good storyline. I would love to wrestle one of the guys. If I have to beat up Chris Jericho would be up for it. I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, let's do it. He doesn't care. He's very selfless worker. Like, yeah, he's a good guy. He'll wrestle anybody, and if he has to let somebody win? And he'd be like, absolutely. Yeah. There's never an ego there. He's always just like, sure. He just wants to help people. So I'm like, well, let me beat you. All right. Let me beat you up.
First of all, it ain't going to be no cool points if he wins.
Yeah, exactly. It would make me cool.
Well, you got to make it look real. Though.
Oh, yeah. No worries. Again, I come from a British family.
Don't hit the ground, man. Really hit him.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm going to beat the shit out of him. He'll be fine. You heard it here first, Jericho, if you're listening. Red 5!